And good Monday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is I almost said November. It's September 22nd as we move along. The year is flying. I just tried to up it a little bit there, didn't I? Already 6:30. Right now we're sitting at 69 as we wait for a high about 92. Now we hadn't had rain in a long time. We've had bits and spurts of a shower here and there. I know Clark County got a little bit yesterday and southern Lauderdale County, but rain is up and coming this week. Wednesday, and there is a chance of severe weather. We'll tell you all about that coming up before the top of the hour to fill you in on what weather is going to be doing. But if you've got seed and you're getting ready for deer season, get it in the ground before Wednesday. 50% chance during the daytime hours, 70% chance that night. So odds are we'll get a little rain there to help with those food plots as it gets near us. So get ready for all of that. We'll give you all the headlines of what is shaping America here in a few moments. A lot went on. The Charlie Kirk Memorial yesterday. All of that was big. We'll be right back. Let's go to Collinsville now and get our good word of the day from Brother Ben.
Don't touch that fruit. It'll kill you. Those are essentially the words God spoke to Adam after he placed him in the Garden of Eden. Now, God had planted a garden lush with beauty, loaded with every tree pleasant to the sight and good for food. And in the center, he placed both the tree of life of good and evil. Now, that last tree is the one God said, don't touch that fruit. It'll kill you. Now, notice, God did not make Eden a barren desert with only one forbidden tree. He filled it with countless delights and then gave just one, don't. That reveals his heart. When God says you can do this, but don't do that, he isn't robbing us of joy. He's protecting it. Just as a loving parent says, you can play in the yard, but don't you dare run into the street. You see, God sets boundaries that safeguard our life and fellowship with Him. Satan whispers that God's limits are stingy, but Eden shouts the opposite: abundance, beauty, freedom with a guardrail or two for our good. Our problem is we often fixate on the one no instead of the 1,000 yeses. So, beloved, true joy is not found in grasping for what God forbids, but in trusting His wisdom and enjoying everything else He has provided. The God who planted Eden is the same today. His commands are not burdensome. They are life-giving. When He says no, He is saying a greater yes to our flourishing and our future in Him. The wise person embraces all the yeses and avoids all the nos. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Oh, they need help. And welcome back as we begin this morning. Already, as we said, 69. It will be yet again hot. 92. That's our forecast for today. If you're getting ready to get dressed, you need to kind of know all those things. As we begin this, we look back at what went on yesterday with the memorial service for Charlie. Was that not amazing? Inside, I think it holds somewhere between 60 to 70. I'm being told it was possibly up to 200. Now, I don't have that exact number, but it sure was amazing to see all of that, was it not? As we looked at this, and I want to read what his widow Erica said yesterday. It is touching. And she read this. She said, "My husband Charlie wanted to save young men, just like the one who took his life. On the cross, our Savior, our Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing." Y'all remember that statement, don't you? That man, I forgive him. I forgive him because if it was Christ, he did what Charlie would do. And that is Christ-like. Tough, but the thing to do. The answer to hate is not to hate. The answer is love and always will love. Trump, on the other hand, said he respected exactly what his widow said. But he said, "Forgive me, for I'm not that good." The president means what he says of what went on there, of they will most likely seek the death penalty of this man that did this awful thing. But as we all look at this from the outside backing up, I've heard it said more than once, Charlie's life has probably brought so many to Christ that may have never been there. He was a sacrifice, there is no doubt. And kind of tough to even talk about something like that in those meetings. It brings a tear to your eye. It does. A young man, 31. He was, wow. I got into reading all of this morning, and as they said, even in death, he saved lives. Charlie was shot with a .30-06. Did anyone know that the bullet never came out, which is odd for a rifle of that caliber, and it would have probably taken someone else's life behind him had it not been that way. And I still don't understand that. Wow. High calibers travel, and that comes from the coroner. As always, information is subject to change when it comes to these things, when things first start coming out. But what a man. So many people spoke at his memorial service there. He touched so many. And I don't know what the views are at this point, but from the internet and everywhere it was broadcast, it reached a lot of people yesterday. Are you aware that a military helicopter has gone down in Washington State? Sad news, as we're expecting 4 soldiers not to have made it. No confirmation on that, but that's what they're expecting at this point. Candace, well, that's a tough one at this point. I didn't realize that she was not invited to talk. She was not. She's sort of been out of shape over it as well. She was not invited to talk at the memorial service. I think she was invited, but just not to speak. She fully expected. There's lots of talk about Candace at this point. I can't tell you what's right, what's wrong. I truly have not read enough about it to know one way or the other. A lot of you know much more than me on it. Tucker, as we get into this, has made several comments, as we've seen the FCC chairman talk about speech and what's on television. And Tucker says that Charlie would not have wanted this. He goes on further to say, at one point in time in America in the future, we don't know when, Republicans won't be in charge. What's going to happen when Democrats take over the free speech and come back after Republicans? Tucker has a point on that. We'll see. I think at the end of the day, when it comes to taking the Kimmel off the air, it really had nothing to do. It was a stepping stone. I think it was because he was losing money and low ratings, and they used that as a reason to get him. They probably should have been forthcoming and done it a different way to where it's not free speech being involved in this. Now, let me be very clear. I don't like what he said whatsoever. He said some tough things through the years. We'll leave it at that. Let's see what else we have this morning. Sacramento. Have y'all seen this, to where a television station, the windows were shot out? Happened over the weekend. This would be in California. What you probably won't read in everything else, you have to read deep to find this, as the man who shot the windows was yelling "Free Palestine." Probably will have to dig to see that in most places. They tend to keep that away, make you think someone else did it. Anybody want to hear the tweet of the day? I think he's pretty serious about this one again. If Afghanistan doesn't give back our air base to those who built it, the United States of America, bad things are going to happen. President Donald J. Trump. I think he means that. And we all know that that base should have never been given back. What a mistake, what a mistake. And the fiasco that followed as they evacuated. Let's see what else we've got this morning. Elon made a very good statement. I don't know if you saw this. They interviewed him as he was going down the walkway, and as we all saw, he and Trump did shake hands at this. And they said maybe he and Charlie had a reason for getting those two back together. They asked him what he thought. And what a strong statement that Elon said. He said Charlie was killed by the dark, which has brought light.
That's strong.
It is. He is bringing light to the world. He's bringing Jesus' name to light to so many that have never heard it. We have a Arizona prisoner who is set to be executed October the 17th. He has decided that he is not going to file for clemency. He's going to accept his fate. It will happen in Arizona. What did he do? It was 1993, September the 14th. He killed a husband, a wife, a daughter, an 18-year-old daughter, and a 5-year-old little boy. 1993. This is 2025. He'll meet his maker in October. I don't know if y'all heard of this. Universal Epic, Universal, the theme park. A man died on the roller coaster over the weekend. And here's where you ever read something and don't understand exactly what you're reading? The local medical examiner said that he died from multiple blunt impact injuries. I'll get that, multiple. Then they go on to say that it was all accidental. So we don't know exactly what went on with this young man. We hope to find out more on that. Let's see, what else? Gary Busey, y'all remember him? 48 Hours, another 48 Hours. He did a lot of work with Eddie Murphy. They were funny there. He is going to be getting probation as he was sentenced for, sexual offenses. We'll leave it at that. Gary Busey. I did not realize that Notre Dame Cathedral was back open. It's been 6 years since that big fire. Y'all remember that? A lot of celebrities gave money to have that rebuilt. It's back on. And congratulations to them getting that done. I know Odie, I think, stood in the rain this weekend to get his tickets as tickets to see Taylor Swift. She's got a little movie coming out. It's called A Party of a Showgirl. $15 million has already been pre-sold to this. $15 million. She's a hot commodity, and we all know it. Do y'all remember? And I don't know this guy's music. It may be great, it may be horrible, but something's going on here. Do y'all remember this singer? And who named their child this? I don't know. Maybe he chose his own name. D4VD. Do you know him?
I never heard of him.
I'm assuming that's a rapper. He's gone ahead and canceled his tour after they found the body of the 15-year-old girl in his rental car. I don't think he's going to be able to make his tour dates. My, oh my. We have a U.S. attorney that is resigning because he got word through the grapevine that Donald J. Trump was coming to fire him because he refused to charge Letitia James. You remember her, the New York Attorney General? He wasn't quite doing his job according to Trump, and he was going to get him, so he's resigning quickly. I don't know about this. I watched him run out on the field, and I just can't help but think 4 people can't handle it. Colorado. Did you see it?
I hadn't, but I can imagine.
It's a buffalo. It is their new mascot, and they've got 4 leads on the buffalo, and they bring it out on the football field. Now, you know as well as I do, a 700-pound buffalo can drag 4 people if it gets the mindset to.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't think in the end at a football game near you, this is going to end well.
Depends on how thick that nose ring is.
LSU had a tiger, but they kept it in the cage, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because things can go south quick.
And you couldn't pet it.
Yeah, don't go up to the cage. Do I think it's cool they got a tiger? Yeah, but don't let it loose in the stadium but with a leash. I just think we'll see something more of that at some point. But they done a pretty good job there leading him there the first time there. As we go to California, this is just horrible. As we go from funny to sad, a 2-year-old little boy has been found after being swept away. Flash flood. his body was found. We send condolences to family members on that. Out in, where is this happened at? They've arrested for Washington State. Well, there's a lot going on out there. Oregon, Portland, these Portland. 4 arrested, including 3 teens, an alleged hate crime against a transgender woman. Again, that was Washington State that happened at. But 4 arrested. I'm sure more will come out of that. Do you remember the Mary Tyler Moore show where she'd throw the hat up in the air?
Yeah.
Can you sing the theme song?
No.
She's Gonna Make It, or I can barely remember. She's Gonna Make It this time.
I remember that scene, but I didn't watch the show.
The guy that wrote it, 88 years old, has passed away. The composer of the song, he passed away over the weekend also. I can't believe Odie would perform that for us this morning. You could even stand up and go in a circle like she did and throw your ball cap.
Ask me next week.
This is different. It doesn't sound that big, but I guess as we begin something new in America, this was big. Cardi B, she and Walmart are going into the Guinness World Book of Records. You want to know why?
What did they do?
The opening day of her new album, they delivered by drone 176 copies of her CD. 176 is not that big to me, but I guess being delivered by drone, I guess it could be.
Yeah.
Is it that they just really didn't have anything else to do that day? I mean, really? Okay, that's just my thoughts on it. But they put it down in the history book. Kash Patel, y'all know who I'm talking about, the guy that's head of the FBI? You want to talk about stirring conspiracy theories? He says they're investigating the possibility that the shooter had accomplices in the Kirk shooting. Something about ball caps going off, somebody nodding a ball cap like you would do in baseball. We'll see if anything turns up out of this. The man who was at the golf course, y'all remember this, that had plans for assassination attempt against Trump? Y'all remember that? Mm-hmm. He's going to represent himself, and he's bringing 3 witnesses to the stand. That's probably not going to work out well. And I mean this, no matter who you are, if you get a speeding ticket, if you get a DUI and you go to court, whatever it is, have an attorney. They know languages that us normal people don't know.
Exactly.
They know loopholes and things that can and cannot be done. If you represent yourself, maybe you're that good. It just usually does not turn out as well. Visas, come into the country and work, how companies do that. Trump is raising the price on that to bring money to America. Companies that do this will now have to pay $100,000. They got to be serious about it, doesn't it? California, this is just wrong in so many ways, as we know that California has another reason, as they're banning masks for police officers. That's almost like, and I don't want to go too far, this is putting officers in harm's way. Am I not wrong? That's what I was thinking. We'll see that. We over the weekend, we had 1 killed and 2 people wounded at a shooting at a New Hampshire nightclub. He was the one shouting, "Free Palestine." 2 people were killed and 5 hurt in Indianapolis also over the weekend. My, oh my. Over the weekend, Dallas Airport. Boy, when the things go south there, it doesn't work out. Telecommunications, it was a shortage of it. It shut down at Dallas Fort Worth International. That is one busy, busy airport. Everything's back up and running this morning as we look at this. This is not going over well in other countries. I don't agree with it. You may not. You may be for it. That's your opinion. The UK, Canada, and Australia have formally recognized Palestine as a state. Netanyahu says, no way, no how, ever. It's things following that little book that's got words written in red, isn't it? Take it for what that's worth this morning. We'll be right back with your weather forecast as we get this day underway. We'll be right back.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month. here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environmental Masters, providing hassle-free heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services since 1957. Now servicing Meridian homeowners.
Our record highs and record lows, it was back in 16. We had a hot day. It was 98 degrees back then. Back in 83, I don't remember it, I promise you, but they say it was 41 back in 1981. A cooler day. And as we look to Alabama, I didn't have a chance to find that from Jackson. Today we're sitting at 91 in Demopolis. We should see 90 over in Birmingham. 89 coming in for Auburn, still warm there, and we'll even see that down in Troy, Alabama. As we look to Wednesday, as I brought up, we're going to have some severe weather possibly on Wednesday afternoon. Here's what we got, a level 1 threat. Now, in the Meridian area, which is east central Mississippi, we should have a level 1 there, mainly in the afternoon hours. Damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour, hail up to a quarter size. So we've got all of that up and coming. So we'll watch that carefully here for you in a little bit. What else do we have? Warmer weather here in the southern portion of the state is what we've got. Also, as we look at our 7-day outlook, we've got 92 today. We should see 93 tomorrow. The rain starts moving in on Wednesday. They're in between this being a 40% to 50% chance on Wednesday. Now, is that chance there of severe weather? As we get into Wednesday night, it'll jump up to 60%. We'll see that on Thursday as well. Sliding back to about a 20% chance on Friday. As we get into the weekend, we should see 84. The weather's going to cool down. I like that a whole lot better. As we get in toward October the 6th, all the way through there, we'll level out by the 1st there. We'll start getting into the mid-80s and hopefully hold that steady all the way into October. That's what we're hoping for. Let's keep our fingers crossed there. As we look to fishing this morning, now, here we go out to Clarkdale Superette. It shows us major times to fish today. It's going to be about 12:30 to 1:30. If you're going to be out. We got a minor time this morning beginning at 7 until 8. I think Frog's taking advantage of that this morning. Sunrise happened at 6:42. Sunset will hit at 6:52 this afternoon. We got a light south-southeast wind becoming south at 5 to 10 this morning. That's a quick look at that. Now, let's look at our nastygram that we've got coming across here. As we got 3 different cells that are trying to become something. Gabrielle is going to be headed off. She is at 75 miles an hour this morning, gust of 92 at a Cat 1 this morning. Now, again, that's going to turn, and we'll show you that on live radar in a moment there. A 60% chance of the second storm beginning something, and a 30% chance of this becoming a storm that we expect it to take a more easterly turn, but you never know. This could affect the eastern coastline. And let's go back and go over to radar this morning and take a look at our live radar of what we've got when it deals with all of this. Get right back over there to my radar system. And as we pull this up, we'll show you nothing in the state of Mississippi. Showers, heavy ones there around Fort Smith, Arkansas this morning over to Conway. And east of Little Rock, we got some thunderstorms. Heavy fog in Knoxville, Asheville. Even have a teeny bit there in Gadsden, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia. Now, as we pan out and we go over here to take a look at all of this, here's what we've got. Now, this Gabrielle taking that right-hand turn away from the eastern coastline. And again, we haven't got enough here yet to get spaghetti models on anything else, but we'll be watching the Atlantic to make sure it does not affect the Gulf in any way. That's what we've got, so we'll watch that carefully there. Already coming up on 6:54, we'll be back. We'll be telling you a lot of the things that are coming up in the community. FCA is here. They're going to be talking about what's happening out at the church and Collinsville, a big thing for the kids. Tyler, tell us more about that. I see the Senator Jeff Tate in here. Uh-oh. Lots going on here. We'll find out. It's up and coming this morning here at the Scotty Ray Report. See you at 7.